In this video, we are going to use IgZac Quote to create a quote for a new car. We're going to spend a little bit of extra time focusing on each individual box for the video, but as you can appreciate, if in your real life example of a real quote you want to produce, you're going to skip right to the boxes that are related to the vehicle that you're quoting on. So we'll start with box 1. You have the option to reset, new, and used car options. Reset resets the entire page back to the way that it looks right now. New car is the predefined set, which is what you see on the screen. And used car, if selected, changes things for a used car quote. We'll focus on a new car quote. Also, you have the option to type in a product advisor name and a customer name if you are so inclined. It doesn't really do anything other than keep a place marker for you, so if the salesperson comes back, wants another quote with one thing tweaked, you can quickly open this tab again, find the one that has your salesperson, Bob, change that one little thing and reprint really quickly. Next, we'll go on to box 2, which is selecting the vehicle. You have a drop down to select the year. It's pre-selected to the current model year, which is 2019. You select the vehicle, the trim, and what you'll see is if you select something where there is a package or drop-down menu beneath it where there is only one option, in this case there's only the air conditioning package for the CE model, it pre-selects it once you select CE. We select an interior color, and there's only one exterior color, so you'll see that one will be pre-selected for us. If there were more options, it would require us to select an exterior option. As we're selecting the vehicle, vehicle-related code information appears, and showing vehicle details show you the MSRP, dealer cost, and the difference between the two as a quick reference. Box 3, we have fees. Freight and PDI, admin fees, tire, filter, OMVIC fee, total of all three previously indicated, and discount. The freight and PDI fees, as well as the tire, filter, and OMVIC fees, are preset based on the vehicle you select in box number 2. However, you can always override this and change it if you're so inclined, but I wouldn't recommend it. You can also change the admin, these two buttons here, increase or decrease the pre-default of $6.99 admin fee, so you can make it $7.99, $8.99, or reduce it down hitting the minus button, and of course you can always overwrite, type in your own number. Lastly, we have discount, and discount is pretty straightforward. It defaults to 0 and doesn't show it on the quote, but you can override it, type in any number you want. Box 4, we have products. We have some preset products like rust-proofing warranty and wear pass for the Toyota brand. They're preset to 0, and on the quote will show as options that are available but declined by the customer. Once you type in a number, it will show the price of that next to an option and include it in the quote. Next, we have 4 additional product items which are not initially displayed on the quote if they're left blank, but obviously if you include something, like you want to include crossbars, for example, and you want to include a price for crossbars, it'll do so. And the box on the left, as you can see, will, by checking it, residualize the item. So if the customer is leasing it, if it's a residualizable item, you check the box and it'll residualize this amount for lease quotes. If you don't check the box, it won't residualize the amount. So make sure you're confident that whatever the item is or is not residualizable by checking your own resources and then indicating so on the quoting tool by checking the box beside it. Next, we have box 5, down payment trade information. Down payment is pretty straightforward. Whatever the customer wants defaults to 0. Trade value, if there's a trade vehicle that's currently financed or the customer owns it, put it right there. Lien, if the customer's current vehicle is under finance, put it there. Box 6, we have lease parameters. You have a drop-down to select kilometer allowances that are currently offered by Toyota. 24, 20, and 16,000 kilometers. You can also add additional yearly kilometers. So if the customer, for example, wanted 30,000 kilometers a year, 24,000 plus an additional 6,000 per year gives you that 30,000 kilometers, adds it to the payment on the lease. An additional demo kilometers, so if a customer wanted to lease a demo vehicle, adding the current kilometers prior to the beginning of the lease will adjust the residual value and monthly payments accordingly. Also, Toyota offers a stretch lease program in the fourth quarter of each of the past few years. So by clicking this box, it provides you with a pop-up to show you what the common kilometer allowances would be based on the additional of the 4 months. Leasing values don't change. By selecting that, it'll adjust the quote to include the stretch lease, but for now we'll just show it disabled. Box 7, we have rate adjustments. There's a number of ways to adjust the rates. On Toyota products, customers can adjust the number of multiple security deposits that they want on a lease, 1 to 10 using this drop-down box you see right here. By doing so, it'll automatically recalculate the rates based on the vehicle and the number of MSDs. It'll also print off how much total security is required for the MSD based on the price of one individual MSD. We also have the right to adjust the interest rate for loyalty customers by 0.5 or 1% for both lease or finance quote boxes. And then finally, we have standard interest rates as a percentile. The default is 6.99 as of today, but of course you can override that. So for example, if Toyota Credit doesn't offer an 84-month subvented rate, there's only bank rates, it'll default that to 6.99. Beneath this line here, we also have the ability to show or hide certain columns in our final quote. For example, it compares standard bank rates to subvented OEM rates by having it pre-selected there. We can also show biweekly payments also pre-selected and show weekly payments also pre-selected. Show longer term is not pre-selected, but in the event you want to show, say, a 96-month term, 1 additional year at the standard interest rate indicated above this line here, you can do so by clicking this box. Finally, we have the option to add a note. These are the current notes that are available right now. Most common is the custom note, and you can add whatever note you want to send to the customer from the manager, like so. Before we hit print, I'll just quickly show you Calculate Quote. So by hitting Calculate Quote, we get this quick display. It shows you all of the summary of everything on the left here, as you see what we've included in our example quote. What's unique to this page is it shows you what stackable cash, lease assist, finance assist, non-stackable cash is available through Toyota Credit, as this example indicates, as well as upfront and excess kilometers at lease end if the customer goes over that, so additional information provided, as well as the price per security deposit. And then we have a table below that to show all of the interest rates and payments for all the terms that we're going to show. If by hitting print, it prints it, hitting reset, resets the entire thing. And as you can see here on the top here, if we click customer quote, goes us back to this page that we see here. By hitting print here now or hitting print on the calculate quote page, allows us to see a pop-up that reminds us to check to make sure everything is right before we show it to a customer. We hit OK. You have the option to save it as a PDF and email it to a customer or save it for your own reference later. You can see the quote as it would preview on the main screen here with the vehicle indicated on the top. Select your favorite printer if you have a printer. And it's important when you go to select more information, I always uncheck headers and footers. If you have headers and footers selected, as you can see, it just gets the quote to look a little cluttered with some information on the top and the bottom of the page. Customer doesn't really need to see any of that. It's not necessary, and it just looks a lot cleaner with it unselected. Once you're done that, if you selected your printer, you hit print right here. In this case, it's saved because it's a PDF. I'll just pull up how it looks. So this is how the printed page would look. Shows us the vehicle, shows us the model code for reference, shows us that note that we're going to send to a customer. The box will get larger depending on the information that we include. As you can see, we have the rust proofing and the crossbar is indicated. Fees. We have the subtotal, taxes. We didn't include a trade. If we did, it would have shown it. We have down payment and the total amount financed should the customer finance. A note about the extra kilometers that is included in this quote. And then we have lease parameters on the left, finance parameters on the right up to 84 months, and the date indicated right there. Hope you found this video helpful. Next we'll show how to do a used car quote.